What's up, folks? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about Do Kwon. I'm not trying to pile in, but there's some new news that's come out regarding the SEC in just the last 24 hours. So we got to take a look. Before I get into it, I update the spreadsheet, the first 26 coins I spoke about on the channel. If you invested $100 into each of these when I release videos about them, and you're still holding that crypto, you'd be in profit for around 12.5 grand. This is after like ridiculous amounts of retracements in a bear cycle. So still not bad. One thing I've been banging on about for forever and a day, or certainly the last 7 months now, is that a bear cycle was coming, a recession was coming. We're seeing it. Cost of living is crazy. The energy prices are insane. Things are just out of control. But recessions unequivocally are the best time to invest. It doesn't matter if it's a NASDAQ. It doesn't matter if it's the Dow Jones Industrial Average, housing, gold. Bear cycles, recessions are where people build their wealth. And crypto payoffs are far greater than anything you're ever going to get on the NASDAQ. So it's worth bearing in mind, guys, that now is the time to start doing that research. If you don't have the time because you have family obligations or work, which I understand, you can go and check out Copy My Crypto because it's where I share the coins I'm invested in. It's where I'm going to be sharing the coins I'm getting in on in the bear cycle. We've got a 20% move coming to the Bitcoin soon enough, like within either today or early next week. If that moves to the downside, there's going to be a lot of opportunities in terms of strengthening really quality crypto positions. So if you want to see the ones I'm getting in on, you just click the link in the description and check it out. Right. So this happened yesterday. SEC court win over Terraform and Do Kwon opens the door for UST investigation and class actions. So Terraform Labs has lost its appeal against the SEC, meaning the firm is obligated to respond to the SEC's subpoenas. The decision is an important step in establishing the jurisdiction of US regulators and courts. For God's sake. Why does this shit happen all the time? There, get rid of it. So establishes the jurisdiction of US regulators and courts over the firm, especially as reports emerge that the SEC is investigating the collapse of TUSD. Or Terra USD, sorry, UST. Terraform's court loss over Mirror Protocol has opened the doors for greater action on the collapse of stablecoin Terra USD. So yesterday, so that was the 8th. So the Second Circuit Court rejected Terraform Labs' appeal against the SEC, upholding an early decision from the Southern District of New York. The SEC served founder Do Kwon with a subpoena as he prepared to go on stage to speak at Messari's mainnet event in Manhattan back in November. In the attempted appeal, Kwon's lawyers argued that the SEC does not have jurisdiction over Kwon and Terraform Labs, both based in South Korea. Kwon has promulgated that the claim the SEC had no jurisdiction in December. His attorneys also objected to the procedure of serving Kwon directly rather than his lawyers. In its response to the decision, the SEC noted that the court had found Terraform's purposeful and extensive US contacts, such as promoting to US investors, employing US-based personnel, and contracting with US-based entities as the basis for the determination that a base in South Korea does not insulate the firm from its US accountability. So the judge stated, I found that there is specific personal jurisdiction with respect to both Kwon and Terraform Labs because they purposely availed themselves of the privilege of doing business in the United States. There are employees in the US, including the General Counsel, which I think is telling. And obviously this has some seriously big ramifications for not only Mirror Protocol, but the broader network and the connected projects. So most prominently, obviously, UST was wiped out in May, 40 billion in value, and literally shaken the entire crypto space. In the lead up to the decision, a partner at law firm Bracewell said whatever the Second Circuit decides will either encourage a class action lawsuit in the US or really throw some water on plaintiffs' lawyers even thinking about it. So I would be expecting that a significant class action lawsuit is going to be presented against Terraform Labs very, very soon. Fatman Terra, I imagine, will be one of those people leading that charge. He's been unequivocally, he's been unrelenting in terms of highlighting things that he has a problem with. He's pointed out all these secret wallets very recently. And the last couple of days of it, it feels like I'm shitting on Terra. I'm not, I'm just updating the news. So the Second Circuit established jurisdiction over Terraform in the case of Mirror. And it obviously opens the door to class actions from private citizens. So what we are expected to see now is a significant probe into UST and Luna itself. I don't see how the SEC or CFTC could not investigate the ashes of UST and Luna, as well as other stablecoins and their issuers. In fact, I expect some coordination between two agencies in this regard. No doubt about it. We're going to see a broader array of investigations by the SEC. We know they've gone after some crypto projects that felt very much unfounded. This one definitely has some foundations to investigate, given the losses that some people have suffered as a result of the hack, the attack, and the failings of Terraform. So this bodes very badly for Do Kwon. It bodes badly for Luna, as in New Luna, the token, because these kind of investigations, they don't go away quickly. Look at the XRP one, that's been going on for about a year now. Still got at least another 7 months left. So I would expect that this investigation is going to be thorough, and when you add in class action lawsuits, this could drag on for at least 2 or 3 years. So price suppression is gonna occur for Luna. That's gonna be rough. So if you're a Luna holder, be aware of this, because it's big. Guys, if you were hurt by the UST collapse, will you want to push forward with a class action lawsuit? Even if you were hurt with a couple $100 or you were hurt with several $1,000s, let me know in the comments. I'd be really interested to see what people are thinking. Do you feel that a class action lawsuit is fair? Do you think it's justified? Do you think an investigation by the SEC is justified and fair? I know the South Korean authorities are also investigating them at the moment. How do you feel about all of that? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm going to try and avoid doing Luna stuff for a while, but it's just, there's been so much happen in the last few days that it's not really one you can ignore, and especially because of the impact it's had on the overall market and people's perceptions of crypto. There's going to be a lot of people that were hurt by Luna that will never enter the market again, which is justified, and you can certainly understand that their perspective. So let me know your overall feelings, class action. Do you think all of it's fair? Is there anything you wouldn't do personally? Let me know in the comments down below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so you know when new content is coming out, guys. Try and get as much content out as I can within the realms of reason. And if you're unprepared for your bear cycle, if you don't have your list of coins, you have time. As long as you actually, as an individual, have time. I know, a lot of my friends are working more hours than ever because of the state of, the UK at the moment. And I imagine that's reflected in most countries at this point. If you're working more hours, you've got less time, then you can come see the coins I'm getting in on during the bear cycle. It does appear like the start of a move. There should be sort of 20% move or so for Bitcoin, one either up or down. That's the only variable at the moment, but the probability is certainly far higher that it's going to move down. If that does over the course, that move should start either today or probably the early hours of Monday. If it moves down, we're talking a move to possibly around 24k. For Bitcoin, that opens up a lot of opportunities for altcoins, and picking up some altcoins at real good prices. If you want to see the coins that I'm picking up when that move comes into fruition, just click the link in the description and check it out. That's it from me, guys. Take it easy. Bye-bye.